Hi everyone, this is Scott with Travify, and in this session we're going to cover how to build itineraries for all-inclusives. Many of you specialize in all-inclusives, and you work with lots of customers and are pushing through lots of high volume of trips, and so Travify can offer a lot of time savings in doing that. So we're going to walk through how to build the itinerary, but also how to start saving some of that information for those resorts that you work with frequently, how to save that to your library for future use so that you don't have to recreate all of that all of the time. Huge time savings and makes it a lot easier. So to start with, I have a sample itinerary already started, but just the basic components added in terms of flights. So if you're still looking to learn how to add flights from Travefly's flights database, check out some of our other video tutorials or our FAQs to walk you through that. So the first thing that we're going to do is go ahead and add the resort that we've booked in the clients with. So I will choose new event, and we'll choose lodging on our day of arrival on July 7th, 2019. So I'll choose lodging here. And the first thing that I'm going to do is actually search for the place in Travefly's places database. And so you can see it pop up here. I'll select it from the list, and then I will add in the checkout date as well and click Add to Itinerary. And so it's really simple to do that. You can see it includes some of the basic information included in here. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward, but we might want to add more information, more detail to this, which is easy to do. So I'll click Edit on this, on the resort entry here. And over on the center section, you can see that I can add in other booking details, confirmation numbers, etc. But I can also add notes. I'll add some a room type. So let me grab that. So I'll add that in, room type, and we'll include that detail there. Maybe we want to include some features. Can do that, and I'll add that in from the supplier's website. Pretty simple to do. But then from here, maybe we also want to include some photos from the resort website. So down in this section for photos, I'll click on this and you'll see an option for website. I'll choose that, and it's really simple to pull photos in from supplier websites or resort websites, etc. And so what I'll do here under the website option, click into the field, and I'm just going to paste in the link for that resort website, especially for this specific room. Now, what I'm going to do actually is back up, and I will just grab the gallery for the hotel itself. And so I'll click Get Images. And you can see it starts pulling in photos from the resort. So I can select some of those, and you'll see them list on the right side here if they are added into the event. So I'm just going to add a few more, just some beautiful ones that are really enticing. And we'll call it good with that. You can add up to 5 there. So I'll choose Save Changes. And so it's really simple to do that, to add in some of that resort information just by adding in the name of the place to pull it in from the places database, copy and pasting in some information from your supplier documents or confirmations, but then also importing in photos is really quick and really easy. Now, let's imagine that this specific resort, you run quotes or itineraries and bookings for it many, many times during the year. It's one of your more popular resorts that you offer to clients and that clients respond to. Well, down here at the very bottom of this window, you'll see an option for Save to Library. This will be really important for you to pay attention to. I'll choose Save to Library, and this allows me to save this event that I just created to my library for future use. And it will also let me add in some organizational labels. So I've got one for resorts, and maybe I want to add one for the Riviera Maya. And that will help me find it or search for that in the future as my library grows. So I'll choose Save to Library, and now it will be listed over in the right in my library that I can search for and just drag and drop it onto a future itinerary. So I'll click down on that. We've added some great information there. Maybe you want to also add in the transfer from the airport to the hotel, whether you're arranging that and booking that yourself, or if the resort is providing that. It's really simple to handle. I recommend creating a template in your library to handle transfers. And so I'll search for transfer in my library, and you'll see that I have an option, a template for an airport pickup. Now, I'll drag and drop this over and drop it in between the flight, the arrival flight, and the resort check-in. And so then it will copy in a new version of that template, a copied version. Think of it as a save as command, like with Microsoft Word. But I'll click in to edit this ground transfer event. And from here, you'll notice I can add in some different details. Maybe there is a specific pickup time. I'll add that. Maybe a duration of 45 minutes to get to the resort, a confirmation number. And then if there's other instructions or details you need to include in from the supplier, you can just throw those in there or fill in the blanks of the template that you might have created. And then I can also attach in any documents or vouchers if needed. But I'll click done on that. Very simple to add in that information. So we have our flights, transfer, and our resort included in. But then let's also walk through, maybe you've booked an excursion for this group. Maybe it's a family or several couples traveling together, and you help them book in a catamaran cruise. Now, even if that supplier, that vendor, is quote-unquote off the grid, they don't really have any online booking platforms or things like that, it's still really easy to add in on Travefy. So let's imagine that we booked this on July 9th. I'll click Add Events to July 9th. And from here, I'll click New Event and Activity. And so now we can just add in the details for for the excursion that we helped book for the client. So as I mentioned, it's just a catamaran tour for the Isla Mujeres. And then I can also grab details from the supplier website, for instance, maybe photos and information like that. So I'll click into the photo section, click in here, and actually in the website option, I'll choose that and add in the website link and click Get Images. And so now it will actually pull up different photos that you can select to add into the event. So it'll create a nice photo gallery, and I'll choose Save Changes. So included that, we can include some other information like, for instance, this is a 4-hour charter, private charter, and open bar included, whatever it might be. It's really simple to do that, and the provider's Cancun sail. So I'll click done, and you can see just in less than a minute we've added a really custom excursion that we weren't able to import or pull information in, but through some of the options with Travefy, it makes it really easy to do that. So other things that can be really important within Travefy, especially with all-inclusives, many times you don't want all of the days. If they're just staying at the resort, they're not doing anything in terms of excursions or activities, you don't want those days to show up as empty days. Well, for instance here, if you've accidentally activated a day, it will show up on the client's version of the itinerary, but it's really simple to solve that. I'll select that and just click Delete Day, and then that's going to deactivate it so that it doesn't show up for clients that way. But overall, that's a quick run through of some of the itinerary builder functionality with Travefy in terms of how to build all-inclusives. Let's take a quick look at what the client view of this is. So I'll click Share This Trip, and we'll just preview the web version. And so you can see at the top it has my account profile information. If it were your account, it would have your logo and contact details. But then if I scroll down, you'll see the flight information that I had previously added in, the ground transfer, the resort that I included in with some of the booking details and features, and then some of the custom photos I pulled in. So it looks great. And then the catamaran tour. So from there, you can obviously add in more details like insurance information to the information and documents section or other details. But that's just a quick run through of using Travefy with all-inclusives. Check out our other videos for other types of specialties or functionality with Travefy, and we'll see you again soon.